Good afternoon, students. Today we will discuss geography chapter 1, okay, earth and the solar system. This one, the first chapters of your books, okay, from your books, this one, okay. In these chapters we will learn the types of stars, about universe, about constellations, asteroids, meteors, and the different planets of our solar system. Okay, you have already read, okay, studied about the solar system, and you have definitely a little bit idea about the earth, its surface, its structures, yes, including our solar system. So today we will discuss all this in this chapters. Okay, so I have written giant star here. So what is giant star? Okay, first we will discuss there. The largest stars can be 10 times bigger or larger in diameter than the sun. So such stars are called giant stars. Giant stars are the largest stars whose diameter is much more than the diameter of the sun. So these are called the giant stars. Okay. Now your main topic is the universe. Okay. The universe. The whole universe. So what is exactly the universe? How one can define universe? Okay, universe can be defined as the totality of all that exist, be it stars, either it be stars, suns, moons, and everything around us. Means universe includes everything that surrounds us, okay, like planets, stars, moons, whatever that surround us, that is considered or can be called a universe. The universe includes all the celestial body, as I explained you just now, animals, plants, whatever in the biosphere, gases, that all consist of universe. Okay. Next topic is nebula. This is the important, yes, I think this is new term for you. So what is nebula? Okay, nebula is a very huge mass of gas. It's a very huge mass, okay, huge mass of gas. Remember, huge mass of gas and dust. Okay, so nebula is new term for you. So nebula is a huge mass of gas and dust. It is nebula that created the celestial body. The celestial bodies, all the celestial bodies originates from nebula. Understood? And it is a huge mass of variety different gases and dust particles. All stars are formed by nebula. All star originates from nebula. Okay. All stars originates from nebula, even the celestial body, and it is a huge mass of gas and dust. Clear? Nebula, and thus it is also called the mother of all stars and celestial body. Nebula is also called the mother of celestial bodies and stars, because these two, celestial bodies and stars, it originates from nebula. Understood? So what is nebula? It is a huge mass of gas and dust. All the celestial bodies and star originates from nebula. So it is also called the mother of celestial bodies and stars. Next topic is stars. We have seen, yes, the stars twinkling the skies only. So what are these stars actually? How one can define stars exactly? So stars are also a huge mass of burning gases. Remember, stars are also the huge mass of burning gases. It's huge mass. Okay, huge mass of burning gases. Huge mass of burning gases. Understood? Okay, so stars, exactly, or we can define star as a huge mass of burning gases. They emit light that we all know and heat also. Stars are of varying size and are far away. Okay, so stars, these are the huge mass of burning gases, and stars originates from nebula. Stars including celestial bodies, all celestial bodies, it originates from nebula. Nebula is also a huge mass of gas and dust. Okay, so because of this reason, nebula is also called the mother of celestial bodies and stars. Okay, next term is constellations. Okay, what are constellations? Some stars have similarity in positions and movement. Yes, the chain of stars we can see, yes, sometimes in the sky, especially during the clear night, during winter season, clear night, yes, we can see a chain of stars which have the same positions. Therefore they look like fixed pattern in the skies. Yes, it's like that only. Sometimes it's like that only, isn't it? Yes, so these patterns, these are called the constellations. Okay, constellation. क्लियर? जब स्टार्स मूव करता है एक यूनिक पैटर्न में, सिमिलर सेम पोजीशन. ओके, बहुत सारा स्टार्स, अ ग्रुप ऑफ स्टार्स व्हेन मूव in a same position, similar position, okay, like this, okay, so it forms a kind of pattern, different types of pattern बन जाता है, और उस पैटर्न को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? constellations. So constellations are the patterns formed by the stars during their movement periods. Okay, so these are the constellation. Okay, for it commonly known constellation, the names given in your books underline. Okay, for example, Cassiopeia, okay, Ursa Major, Orion's Belt, Ursa Minor, these are some well-known constellations. In Hindi, the constellations Ursa Major is also known as Saptarishi, underlined here. Okay, so this Ursa Major, the pattern of constellations that in Hindi, especially in Indian language, that is also known as Saptarishi, which means 7 sages, and this name is as old as Vedas and Upanishads. As I told you just now, during ancient time people used to say that pattern as Saptarishi. Okay, and it is also mentioned in Vedas, Upanishads. These are the oldest spiritual books of Hindus. Okay, so understood? Constellations, stars, these are huge mass of burning gases. It originates from nebula. Nebula is also a huge mass of gas and dust. Constellation is a pattern, okay, pattern formed by the star during its movement periods. Galaxy, these are the very easy terms you have already studied in your previous classes. Many constellations, the sun and the stars that you see in the skies form one galaxy. Okay, so galaxy, what are galaxies? A group of constellations. Galaxy means group. Okay, okay, different forms, like in your book, look here, one constellations, yes, dot, this dot till dot, it is constellation. Okay, but later it forms a group of constellations, many constellations, many patterns, it forms like a shape, some shape, and that is called the galaxy. Okay, the belt of the stars, a galaxy, is also known as the Milky Way. Okay, for example, Akash Ganga, this is also called Milky Way, is also called the Akash Ganga. Understood? Galaxy, constellation pattern, galaxy, a group of constellations, so different patterns, it form a unique or different shapes, that is the galaxy. And examples, Milky Way, Akash Ganga. Next, planet. We all know what is planet or what are planets. Yes, as Earth is also one of the important planet, and it is called the blue planet. So planets are also the celestial body. Yes, it's also a celestial body which are solid in nature and revolve around the stars. They have a fixed path called orbit. Okay, orbit. Orbit means it's an imaginary line, it's an imaginary path on which the Earth revolves. Clear? Orbit is a path. Path means what? It's a way, road, like road only. Okay, but don't use the term roadway. Yes, it's some geographical term. So orbit is a pathway on which the planets revolve. Each and every planet have their own path, own orbit to move, okay, to revolve. So the planets, they are solid celestial bodies, and they have their own orbits, and they revolved around this orbit, the fixed path. Okay, हम लोग भी चलने के लिए कुछ रोड चाहिए, कुछ वे चाहिए, राइट? सो एग्जैक्टली दे ऑल्सो नीड अ वे टू मूव अराउंड. ओके, सो दैट्स वाई they require the path. So path is an imaginary line only. Okay, it is orbit, and the shape of that path, shape of that orbit is elliptical. Remember always, orbit is elliptical in shape. Okay, elliptical means oval. Okay, next, the sun. The sun is the closest star to our earth. We all know that sun is very close to our earth. It is huge ball of burning gases. It has a diameter of 13 lakhs kilometers, or nearly 100 times than that of earth. By volume, it is about 10 lakhs times larger than the earth. So what is the sun? Sun is a closest star to our earth. Okay, understood the term? Don't be confused. Giant star, nebula is the most important. It is the originations of all the celestial bodies, and especially the stars. Yes, so that is why it is also called the mother of celestial bodies. Constellation is a pattern formed by the stars during their movement periods. Galaxy, group of constellations, yes, like Akashganga, it forms a different patterns. Now the importance of sun in our life. Sun is also a star, it's very closest to our house. So what are the importance of sun in our lives? Number one, it is the biggest source of heat, that we all know, biggest source of heat and light, okay, on the earth. Without this, the earth would have been too cold to sustain the life. Without sun, which provide heat, energies, yes, light, we can't imagine the life on the earth. Number 2 point, heat and light from the sun is essential for plants to make their own food. You have studied about photosynthesis. Yes, it's a synthesis, food making process of the plant. So sun plays a vital role in photosynthesis process. So without sun, plant cannot make their food, plant cannot synthesize their food. So that's why sun is important for us. Third point, sun is important as it helps in changing the seasons of the earth. Definitely during the tiltation period of the earth, sun plays a very important role. Yes, in our previous chapters only we have studied. The last one, the sun causes water and air currents which cause the movement of the weather. So tidal waves, tidal energy from tides, isn't it? So this sun also causes the current, water current, air current, which causes the movement of the weather. So these are the most important uses of the sun. Okay, next one is solar system. We all know what is solar system is. I have already explained also here only. The sun along with all its sets of planets and other natural objects moving around it are jointly referred to the solar system. So sun along all the planets which are moving around the sun, which revolves around the sun along its orbit, and this whole, that is system, is called the solar system. Now we have 8 planets. There are 8 planets that we all know. What are they? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn and Neptune. Okay. Now Mercury, the characteristic features of Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. The first planet which is very close to Sun, that is Mercury. It does not have any satellite. Mercury is the only planet which does not have any satellite. It has the smallest orbit. It's a very small path. Okay, it has a very small path. It takes 88 days to complete one revolution. Earth takes approximately 365 days a year, right, to complete approximately a year to complete one revolution, whereas the Mercury, it takes only 88 days to revolve around the Sun. So the difference is there, okay, because it is a very small planet. It rotates on its axis in 59 days only. So Mercury takes 59 days, only 59 days. Okay, 59 days, and Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. So that's why it causes day and night. Understood? So Mercury is the closest to the Sun. Next one, second is Venus. Venus is the second planet. It is also known as the twin of the Earth. Underline, twins of the Earth. Okay, as its size is nearly to the Earth only. Okay, it's very similar in size, is similar to the Earth. As it is easily visible in the sky in the early morning and early evening, it is also known as the morning and evening star. So Venus, we can see Venus easily in the mornings, early mornings and the evening time. So that's why Venus is also known as the morning and evening star. It has no satellite. This is also the planet which does not have any satellites. And it takes 255 days to complete a revolutions and 243 days to complete a rotations. Understood? Now the next third planet, that is Earth. We all know about our planet Earth. It is the third planet, yes, and it takes 365 and 1/4 days approximately 365 days and 365 1/4 days to complete one revolution. It is a blue planet that we all know because of the presence of water, yes, and it is the only planet where life sustains because of the availability of water, oxygens, etc. And Earth has one satellite. What is the satellite of the Earth? We have studied in GK also. So Moon is the satellite of Earth. Okay, Moon, okay, satellite of Earth. Yes, Moon is the satellite of the Earth. Okay, so Earth shape, the exact shape of the Earth. What is the exact shape of the Earth? So earlier we have studied the shape of the Earth is round, later sphere, yes, later oblate spheroid. Now we can say the shape of our Earth is zeoid, Z-E-O-I-D. Why zeoid? Because Earth has a unique positions. We all know the shape of the Earth. So it has a flattened shape, yes, definitely at the polar areas and bulge at the equator. It is flattened at the polar, slightly flattened. I am using the term slightly. So it is slightly flattened at the poles, right? It is like that, and bulge at the equator. So it has some unique shape. Okay, so that is the reason the shape of this Earth is also called zeoid. Understood? Zeoid is the shape of the Earth. So why this planet, why Earth is called unique planet? Some reasons are there. Earth is the only planet in the solar system where life exists. As I explained you just now, it has water, land and air. It is favorable to sustain life as it is not too hot, not too cold. It's neither too hot, not too cold. Presence of various gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen in the atmosphere, it supports life. So it is the only planet where life exists. The next one is Mars, yes, and we all know that Mars is called the red planet, yes, because of the presence of iron. due to the large presence of red oxides in its soils. It revolves around the sun in 687 days to revolve around the sun. And it has 2 satellites or moon. Mars has 2 satellites. Earth has only one, that is moon. And Mars has 2 satellites. It spins on its axis in 1 day. The above mentioned 4 planets are made of rocks and are called the inner planets. So these 4 planets, okay, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, so these are called the inner planet. Underline, it is written here, as it consists of rocks. Beyond these planets there is a ring of asteroids which are like smaller rocks and stones moving around. This is also known as the asteroid belt. Understood? Mars is called a red planet because of the presence of iron, that we all know. Yes, and Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, these are called the inner planet as they are made of rocks. Next one is Jupiter, okay, Jupiter, this one. So Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun and the largest planet of the solar system. Underline, Jupiter is the largest planet of the year, and it takes 11 years and 11 months to revolve around the sun, but its rotational speed is the fastest one. Understood? And it has 16 satellites. It is the largest planet. Jupiter is the largest planet of the solar system, so it has 16 satellites. Earth has only 1 satellite, moon, but Jupiter has 16 planets, and Mars, it has 2 satellites. Next one, that is Saturn. Saturn is the 6th planet from the sun and it is the 2nd largest planet. Underline, Jupiter is the largest one, Saturn is the 2nd largest planet, okay, and it takes 29 years 5 months to revolve around the sun, okay, and it has over 30 satellites. Underline the important things, okay. So 30 satellites, Jupiter 16, Earth 1, Mars 2, and Saturn, it has 30 satellites. Next one is the Uranus, that is the 7th planet from the sun. It is the 3rd largest, okay. First largest is, first one Jupiter, 2nd Saturn, and 3rd is Uranus. It has a unique ring around it also, that we all know, and it takes 84 years. It is the largest one, no? The 3rd largest. So it takes 84 years to complete 1 revolution, and it takes 17 hours 14 minutes to complete 1 rotation, and it has 17 satellites. And the last planet is Neptune, which is the 8th and farthest from the solar system. It is the 4th largest planet. It also appears blue, but it is not due to the presence of water, due to the presence of methane gas. Underline, Neptune is also looks bluish in color from distance, but it is not because of the presence of water, but because of the presence of methane gas, and it takes 164 years to complete 1 revolution, and 16 hours 7 minutes to complete 1 rotation, and it has 8 satellites. While learning these planets, you will make a column, okay, and write the point, and while studying compare it and it will be easy for you. Next one, that is the moon, okay, celestial bodies, moon, asteroids, meteoroids, and comets. We will just discuss what are these actually. Moons, what are moons? Moons are the satellites, okay, moons are the satellites, and they revolve around the planet only, yes, and they also have their own orbit. Mercury and Venus are the only planet which do not have any moons around them. Remember and underline, it is here, okay, it is here. It is the most important, yes, okay. All planets, they have satellite except the Mercury and Venus, okay. Understood this one? There are other satellites also, apart from these natural satellites, other satellites are also man-made satellites. These are called the artificial satellites. Earth's moon, which is the natural satellite of the earth, okay, and moon rotates around the sun. It takes 27 days, okay, moon takes 27, this is the most important, 27 days and 8 hours. 27 days and 8 hours. Moon takes to rotate around the earth. Clear? And it is the satellite of the natural satellite of the earth. Okay. Next one, asteroids. You have heard the term asteroids. So what are asteroids? We will learn here. Asteroids are small rocky celestial bodies moving around the sun between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Remember, asteroids, it's a small rocky celestial bodies and move around the sun between the pathway of Mars and Jupiter. Understood? Asteroids, it's a rocky celestial bodies and which revolve around the sun between the path of Mars and Jupiter. Meteorites, okay, meteorites are also the rocky spaces, like asteroids only. Meteorites are also the rocky spaces which float freely around the sun. Okay. They do not have, meteoroids do not have the orbit, so they move freely around the sun. Comets, next one is comets. Comets are visible from the earth on rare occasions. So we can see comets occasionally, okay, not always. Occasionally we can see comets. These are underlined, these are the type of asteroids. Comets are the types of asteroids, but unlike asteroids, it is a type of, it's a group of asteroids, but it's not exactly like asteroids. Okay, they are far away in the outer space beyond the planets. They have a long shining tail. So if you have noticed, especially during autumn seasons, yes, we can see comets, but occasionally, not always. Okay, occasionally we can see, and they have a long shining tail, the longer one. Okay, so from that tail only we can identify that is not a star, that is a comet. Okay, and they have a long shining tail which is formed by the clumps of ice, gas and dust. Halley's comet, underline. So that is one of the such comet which was seen in 1986. Okay, the first comet, Halley's comet, was seen in the year 1986 and which will be visible after 76 years only now. Okay, 86 में दिखा गया था हेलिस कॉमेट, अभी वही कॉमेट दिखेगा 76 years के बाद. Okay, so we can't see the comet always. Okay, occasionally only we can see the comet. Now it would be visible again in 2062. Understood? So first कब दिखा था comet? 1986 में दिखा था, अभी 76 years के बाद दिखेगा and that would be 2062. Okay, so occasionally only we can see the comet. There are other comets also and may be visible at different times. So these are some of the important terms that we have discussed today. Galaxy, planets, yes, the types of planets, different types of planets in the solar systems, satellites, yes, asteroids. Asteroids are rocky, don't be confused between asteroids, meteoroids and comets. Asteroids are the rocky celestial bodies, yes, moving around the sun, revolves around the sun between the path, orbit of the Mars and Jupiter. Okay, and meteoroids are also the small, that rocky pieces, but they move freely. And comets are a type of asteroids, but they are not exactly asteroids. They have a long shining tail and it occasionally seen in the skies. First it was seen in Halley's comet was seen in 1986. Now we can see that comets, Halley's comet, in the year 2062 after 76 years only. Okay, so now you will have to, before doing the question answer, you have to write these glossary keywords also in your exercise. Okay, thank you. Let's do the exercises. First one, choose the correct options. Okay, number one, the average distance of the sun from the earth is 150 million. So that is number 3. Number 2, which planet is closest to Sun? Mercury. So 2 is correct. Number 3, the planet which is also known as the morning or evening star, that is Venus. 4, number 4, planet which is red in color, that is Mars. 3, right? Then number 5, asteroid belt is found between the path of Mars and Jupiter. So it's 3, 5, 3, okay. And number 6, that is largest planet, that is Jupiter. 4, the planet which does not have any satellite, that is Mercury. The celestial bodies which have a long shining tail, that is comets, okay. Number 3. Now B, fill in the blanks. The first one, the dash is the closest star to our Earth. It is Proxima Centauri, okay. Number 2, nebula is very huge mass of gas and dust. Number 3, constellation is also known as Saptarishi. 4, the Milky Way galaxy is also called Akash Ganga. 5, Mercury takes 88 days to complete 1 revolution. Number 6, man-made satellites are also called artificial satellites. Next is true, false. The first one, that is true. Second one, false. Third also false. Fourth false. And fifth also false, okay. Next, match the following. So I have matched like this. So number 1 would be 2 with 1, 3, 4, 4 with 3, 5 with 6, and 6 with 5, okay. E, define universe. Universe can be defined as totally of all that exists with its stars, suns, moons, and everything around us. It includes all the celestial bodies, animals, plants, everything we can see, feel, or sense. 2, what are constellations? Give few examples. Some stars have a similarity in positions and movement, and they look like fixed patterns. Such patterns are called constellation. And examples: the Ursa Major, the Ursa Minor, and the Orion's Belt, etc. 3, list 3 differences between planets and star, okay. Planet and star, okay. It refers to the celestial bodies, where star refers to the astronomical object. B, it revolves around the star. Stars doesn't revolve around any other object. Number 3, they do not emit light, and star they emit light. Question number 4, why is Earth called a zooid? Earth has a unique shape that we all know. Yes, it is slightly flattened at the poles and the bulge at the equator. So because of its unique shape, it is called zooid. 5, why or what is the difference between the inner and the outer planet? So these answers you can write in a column also, or you can write like this also, okay. Inner planets are closer to the sun, which outer planets are away from the sun. 6, why does Neptune appear blue in color? Neptune appears blue in color due to the presence of methane gas. 5, what is solar system? Long answers we are doing now. So the solar system is made up of all the planets that orbit around the sun. Write down the importance of the sun in our life. So importance of sun: the sun helps the plants to make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. The sun provides us with the light and heat. The sun causes water and air current, which cause movements of weather, okay. And number 2, next questions. Earth is a unique planet, explain. It is the only planet where life exists. It has water, land, and air. It is the only planet favorable to sustain life, as it is neither too cold nor too hot. Presence of gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen in its atmosphere support life. 3, why is life not possible on Earth's moon? It is not possible on the Earth's moon, as it does not have any water or atmosphere of its own. Because of this, there are no clouds, rains, winds. It has russet surface. Russet means rough, consists of hard substance, rocks. So russet features or surfaces, and that is why we can see the dark and bright patches on it when we see it at night. Question number 4. What are planets? Name all the planets of the solar system. Planets are celestial bodies which are solid in nature and revolve around a star. They have a fixed path called orbit, elliptical in shape. So this is orbit and it is elliptical in shape. The names of the planets of the solar system are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. And the last question, discuss any 3 features of meteoroids and comets. So first, the features of meteoroids, okay. They are small rocky pieces. They float freely around the sun. They create a hollow on the earth's surface when they fall on the surface. Next, the features of comet, they have a long shining tails. They are a type of asteroid formed by clumps of ice, gas and dust. They are small rocky celestial bodies. So these are the questions, answers, exercises. Okay, there is another puzzle activities. So do it by yourself. It's very easy, okay. This one. In your book only you can do. And you can check the answers from our school website also. Thank you.